There comes a moment in every femboy's glow up where someone, somewhere, decides it is their personal responsibility to ask you the one question you have already heard 1,000 times. So, are you gay? Not how are you, not where did you get your outfit, not how is your hair so perfect. No, they skip straight to the FBI interrogation level personal stuff. And honestly, the question says way more about them than it does about you. So today, we are building the ultimate response guide, not because you owe anyone an explanation. You do not, but because knowing how to respond gives you power, confidence, control, and peace. Let us get into it. Part 1, the real reason people ask. People do not ask because they genuinely care about your identity. They ask because they cannot categorize you. You confuse them, you disrupt the little boxes they built in their head. Most people grow up with strict rules about what boys can look like and what girls can wear. When you step outside that script with confidence, their brain short circuits. And instead of saying, wow, you look amazing, they default to the only question they know how to ask. Are you gay? It is clumsy, it is intrusive, and most of the time it comes from curiosity, not malice. But that still does not mean you owe them an answer. And before we go any further, let us be very clear about something. Some femboys are straight, some are bi, some are gay, some are closeted, some are very much not, some just like feeling hot, some like being desired, some want attention, some want intimacy. None of that cancels out your right to privacy. Who you are attracted to, what you do behind closed doors, who gets access to your body. That information is not public property just because you look good in a skirt. Part 2, the no explanation, high confidence responses. Sometimes the strongest move is saying less. These responses shut down the conversation without being rude. They are calm, clean, and powerful. Why do you ask? That one flips the spotlight right back onto them. Suddenly, they are the one explaining themselves. And you get to watch them realize how invasive the question actually is. Does it matter? Simple, collected, iconic. This reminds them that your identity is not their business. I dress how I like, period. End of discussion. I'm just being me. True, grounded, impossible to argue with. You are not dodging the question. You are reframing it. You are communicating that your identity does not require approval, labels, or explanation. Part 3. If you want to be playful, if you are in a safe space with people who actually deserve your personality, you can have a little fun. Not that it is your business, but thanks for thinking I am cute. That one immediately shifts the power dynamic. You would think the outfit would be a bigger clue than that. Direct, funny, still keeps your boundaries intact. I am whatever makes you nervous. That one is advanced level. Use wisely. The point is this. You're not obligated to hand out personal identity details like free samples. If you want to be playful, go for it. If not, you are allowed to shut it down completely. Part 4. If you are stealth or closeted. This part matters. Sometimes honesty is not safe. Sometimes it is not smart. Sometimes the people asking do not deserve access to the truth, and that does not make you weak. Here are ways to stay protected without outing yourself. I just like the style. Nobody can argue with that. It is comfortable. True, neutral, unproblematic. I'm experimenting with fashion. Perfect middle ground. You would be surprised how good this feels. A confidence flex disguised as a neutral answer. And if you want a full guide on glowing up quietly while staying safe, the free closeted but cute survival guide is linked below. It is built specifically for situations like this. Part 5. The truth. Most people avoid saying out loud. Here is the part people whisper but rarely say clearly. Yes, some femboys are gay. Yes, some are closeted. Yes, some want men. Yes, some want desire, attention, intimacy, and to feel wanted. And no, none of that means you owe anyone a confession on demand. Your sexuality is not a customer service interaction. Your body is not an open forum. Your femininity is not a consent form. Wanting intimacy does not mean you have to explain yourself to coworkers, classmates, relatives, or strangers with opinions. Being closeted does not make you dishonest. Being sexual does not make you reckless. Being private does not make you fake. You are allowed to live quietly. You are allowed to live boldly. And you are allowed to choose who knows what every single time. Part 6. The real question behind the question. Here is the truth they are not ready for. Most people are not asking, are you gay, because they care who you like. They are asking because they want to know if your confidence is allowed. Is it acceptable? Is it normal? Is it safe for them to admire you or copy you or be inspired by you? When someone sees you embracing femininity without apologizing, They are forced to confront their own self-expression, limits, desires, and fears. You are not confusing. You are the mirror they were not ready to look into. And that is power. A reality check. Some people are not really asking, are you gay? They are asking, can I place you neatly in my head without questioning myself? And the answer is, that is not your job. You do not exist to soothe someone else's discomfort. You exist to live your life on your terms, at your pace. Softness is not a sexuality. Femininity is not evidence. Existing outside expectations does not make you an open book. The only person who gets to define you is you. And the only person who needs your identity explained is the one living your life. Not the cashier, not the classmate, not the random cousin at Thanksgiving. You do not owe anyone a script. You do not owe anyone an answer. You only owe authenticity to yourself. If you want to build the confidence to handle questions like this with ease, the FemBoy Transformation Guide is linked below. Style, identity, expression, posture, grooming, presence, everything you need to glow up and stay grounded. And if you're closeted or navigating this quietly, download the free Closeted but Cute Survival Guide. It will help you stay safe while still becoming yourself. Outfit links and accessories are below. Everything is beginner friendly. Subscribe for more glow up videos like this. New drops every week. You do not need the right answer. You do not need a label ready. You do not need to come out on command. You just need boundaries and the confidence to keep them.